Hello cross stitch friends. I'm going to try and make this video as quick as possible because my last upload, it was rather long and it took forever to upload. Right, I've got 926 DMC thread / floss, whatever you want to call it. I personally prefer to call it thread. I keep saying thread, so I'm going to stick with it. I don't know if it's a British thing or what, but right. So I've got some 926 because with my Mother of Dragon, my 926, now I am in no way dissing Heaven and Earth designs. I think they are amazing. But 926 for their pack was this. Now I'm sorry, but it is wrong because as you can see, very different. And I've also gone through all of the floss / thread. That's going to be a thing, I think. Are we calling it floss or are we calling it thread? We'll see how we go. But anyway, so I've compared to all of colours. I almost thought it was this one, but no, this has got the 926 has got a greener tinge to it. Plus I colour charted and 169 is definitely correct. So as I said, I've gone through all of these, holding it up to see whether it matches, just in case I've made the error when transferring from the Heaven and Earth Designs floss cards to these floss cards, and there is not one match. So I'm sorry, but unfortunately my 926, it was wrong. I think we've come to the conclusion that it's the colour, this colour is not 928. So it's an easy mistake to make, I suppose, you know, the six, but I'm going to message Michelle again with the colour comparison and just get her to double check, because if she's got a box full of 926 that is actually that 928, I'm not going to be the only one that's having the issue. So I am going to try and get her to, you know, double check. But anyway, like I said, still rate Heaven and Earth Design Material Pack 100%, because like I said, mistakes happen, and for the sake of 75p, I'm not fussed. I'd just rather her be aware. But anyway, let's not go on about that. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I cut my thread. So now, is it this one that I pull? Yes, it is. So I'm going to take this large piece. Right, the remote's there for a guidance for me so that I know where the edge is for you guys. Right, so I grab, oh god, the cats. Grab my end. Where's the other end? Because I think that's the wrong one. There we go, this is where it's going to go wrong, isn't it? Ah, here it is. Right, so I'm going to have to turn this one back up because that is not the right one. Here we go. So this is the end. I'm going to put this on my hand. I'm going to put this to one side because we need that end in a moment. And I'm going to just unravel it. Nice, and try and get it fairly neatish so that it doesn't tangle. Sorry about the little frog in my throat. And then when we get to the other end, now I have got a little bit of, it does go smoother, guys, honestly. It's just me. I've boo-booed at the beginning with this bit of thread here. So that's that. Let's take it off my wrist now. There you go. Right, so let's get the other end. So here is the end. Bring the two ends together. There we go. And then try and, let's move that over there again. And just get to doubling it up. There you go. And there's the other. All right, so join those two. I'm a little bit finicky and try and get it all precise, but it doesn't really matter, people. And then do it again. Join the ends and double it up again. There's my loop. Join it. Oh, join it up to the other end again. Do it again. Now, depending on how long you want them, I don't know, I think no, I've not known anyone to have it that long, but anyway. So we join that again. And then you snip here and you snip your loops. She says. Now, for me, I think, yeah, so I would snip here and here if I was doing 2/1. As you can see, it's quite long like that. Like, oh, it is that way. So I am doing it with 1/1. Okay then, ignore me people. But you can, right, so here's my scissors. Let me just snip away. So we snip that and snip that loop and snip these loops. And there's your floss slash thread. And then obviously, depending on what you're doing with your 2/1, I get my cards. This is my floss cards. I find my 926, which is here. Now, I fold it in half and then I put this, my loop, sorry, and I put it downwards and then bring it to the front and I grab the end and I just pull it through that loop, and then that loop, it's not the greatest, I will be doing that again on my own, but that then sits like that. And then when I want one, because I'm doing 1/1, when I want the one piece, I just put this in here and I pull. I will pull it out because I do need to do that for colour anyway. So yeah, and there's my thread for my next bit. I'm doing 1/1, so that's plenty of length. If you're doing 2/1, I think that you can get away with that length for your 2/1 because you just thread your needle with the loop. You know, everyone's different, or you thread the needle there and there's your loop for your loop start, and then you've got your 2 threads. So yeah, anyway, I'm waffling a little bit with that one. You know, I will do another little video maybe of threading a needle for one or for a loop with 2 threads. I haven't quite mastered the 1 thread loop start, so I will not be doing that just yet. But anyway, yeah, I just really wanted to quickly jump on and do that for you. It was a little bit fiddly, but it can be a little bit fiddly. Just persevere with it, and honestly, you'll get your little rhythm, especially if you've got the whole material pack that you've kitted out yourself and it's here ready and you need to be, you know, taking these off. And yeah, the floss cards I get from Amazon. I believe they're just called floss cards. If you type in floss cards cross stitch, it will come up with these. It comes with the little labels. So yeah, there you go. I also got some new needles because mine's bent, because I have been getting into the habit of using my needle that I'm stitching with to pull my threads, and my needle's gone bent. So a little tip for people: if you have either a spare needle that you're not bothered about if it gets bent, or if you have a snag nabbit tool like this, maybe use them to pull your threads. It'll just protect your needle so it doesn't get bent. But yeah, I've ordered some new. These are size 28. I've ordered 2 because I'm greedy. And I believe they're the ball tip as well. I've got this from Lakeside Needlecraft. They are easyguide ball tipped needle. I've got 2 of them, and I've got size 28. I'm working on 25 count. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, it's got, like I say, it's literally got a ball tip. It helps just to guide it through those holes. It's so much easier, and I find that it doesn't pull your thread from the back through to the front. It just guides over them. So yeah, and the eyes are decent size. So yeah, there we have it. Thank you for coming along and watching this very quick how I sort my floss per project. If you're returning viewer, thank you for showing your support. If you are new, please hit the subscribe button, the like, ding that bell, click that bell if you like, and every time I do an upload you'll get a notification. I would like to try and reach the 1,000 subscribers so that I can do a live from my phone. But yeah, anyway, thank you for joining me. Happy stitching, everybody. Love you all, but not as much as cross stitch.